Thank you, David, very much.
Thanks so much again, Joe. Terrific, and the true spirit of collaboration that we've been talking about. We have one more portion left to our day today to close out the summit. It's our Broadband Championship Awards, and we have 5 different categories that we're going to go through. So I'm going to ask Angela to join me up here and help me out. We're going to start out with just a recap of how many nominations we had. We had over 50 nominations for across all 5 categories. Such a wide spectrum of different applications through all the categories. We had a panel of judges that judged them, assigned points, and it was a really tough decision to be able to come to the final conclusions on all the winners from the nominations received. It's the first time ever we've had the nominations process and the Champion Awards. And I just want to say on behalf of Governor Cuomo, Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy, and New York State, I want to congratulate all of our winners. You've all made a significant impact advancing broadband access and adoption within the state. Congratulations on your outstanding achievements and the contributions you continue to make every day. We're very fortunate to have so many outstanding proactive champions among our ranks. Today, it's my pleasure to introduce you to New York State's 2014 Broadband Champion recipients. Our first recipient is in the category of Best Broadband Adoption Program. And the Best Broadband Adoption Program recognizes a project has a great impact on computer digital literacy. This project has a substantial impact on broadband subscription rates in New York State, reaching vulnerable populations, overcoming barriers, and help to breach any pre-existing digital literacy gaps. Recognizing that a significant digital divide exists between economic and age demographics in terms of broadband adoption, our 2014 recipient utilized competitive grant funds to launch 3 complementary programs to provide low-income residents with access to computers, broadband, and an array of training programs and resources to support digital literacy and job readiness. Together, these initiatives have served over 28,000 students with free computers, access to discounted broadband service, and digital literacy training to support academic, career success, and long-term broadband adoption. Approximately 12,000 families newly subscribed to broadband as a result of this project. Additionally, 144 schools receive professional development for teachers to facilitate technology use in teaching and learning. 75 middle schools also receive in-school tech support services toward the same goal. In implementing these proposals, this nominee has not only aided vulnerable New Yorkers in obtaining the technology access and skills necessary to participate in a social and economic life, it also elevated its voice to the national dialogue on digital inclusion and created a strong foundation for future digital inclusion policies and programs. Please join me in congratulating our 2014 New York State Best Broadband Adoption Program Award recipient, the City of New York, Department of Information Technology and Telecommunications, otherwise known as DO IT. And Deirdre Flynn will be accepting the award on behalf of DO IT. The next category I want to go through is the Most Collaborative Broadband Project. The Most Collaborative Broadband Project acknowledges a project or initiative that has increased statewide internet use or promotes computer digital literacy through partnerships and collaboration efforts. This project will expand last mile service to over 95% of unserved residents and businesses in 2 New York counties, while simultaneously addressing subscription rates and digital literacy. The project has fostered collaborative efforts with a variety of stakeholders and partners, from the private sector to K-12 and higher education, to government, workforce agencies, and community nonprofits, all of which are participating at various stages of development and implementation. Using a fixed wireless design, this project will expand broadband services to an estimated population of more than 5,700 households, 50 businesses, and 120 community anchor institutions. Recognizing that it's not enough to address the infrastructure and service availability alone through strategic public partnerships, this project also tackles adoption via intentional and targeted outreach and marketing to promote awareness of service availability. It focuses on digital literacy by facilitating collaboration among adult education agencies, workforce investment boards, libraries, schools, and community organizations to create a network of training resources. Leveraging existing infrastructure and funding sources, this project is designed to keep an eye toward the future, offering a long-lasting and sustainable technology foundation that easily accommodates further growth in broadband demand. Please join me in congratulating our 2014 New York State Most Collaborative Broadband Project recipients, Clarity Connect, Tompkins County and Cayuga counties for their Tompkins-Cayuga Ubiquitous Last Mile Coverage Project. That's a mouthful. Congratulations. Chuck.
David.
Moving on to our next category, the most innovative broadband project identifies a leading-edge product, service, application, project, or program that has an emphasis on fueling New York's digital economy while allowing citizens to be connected. Our 2014 award recipient has created a customized interface for Google tablets that were donated to be circulated without charge to those who obtain library membership. The customized interface makes it possible to use the tablets with or without Wi-Fi access while promoting digital literacy. The tablets serve as a gateway device for those who are not comfortable with technology or they're icon-driven, an individual with limited literacy or English skills can participate. Each tablet has downloaded a curated content with resources in key areas: job readiness, health, immigrant resources, literacy programs and services, so that they are still useful without Wi-Fi access. What most distinguishes this project from other endeavors is its simplicity. From a user standpoint, the clean interface is simple and encourages exploration and discovery. That in turn increases digital literacy, employability, and use of library and community resources. Furthermore, it's putting thousands of broadband access points into the hands of those who badly need them. Please join me in congratulating our 2014 New York State Most Innovative Broadband Project Award recipient, the Queens Library, for their Google Tablets for Loan project. And Maureen O'Connor is going to be accepting that on behalf of Queens Library. Our next category is the Economic Leadership Award. This award celebrates the successful implementation of innovative, promising projects or programs in the community or region that enhance New York's social and economic fabric and quality of life for its residents. This program has made a significant impact using broadband technology as a catalyst for wider economic activity, including the encouragement of investment, spurring competition, attracting new businesses, and job expansion. This year's recipient is a not-for-profit local development corporation, which owns and operates a 280-mile open-access dark fiber backbone throughout 3 counties within New York State's southern tier region. The company was generated as a direct result of a need to organize a foundation, which supported broadband expansion, quality of life improvements for citizens, and fosters economic development opportunities. Construction began in the 280-mile fiber optic network in the summer of 2012. It was anticipated that the network would be sustainable within 5 years of operation. However, due to the demand and desire service providers have placed upon the project, sustainability projections are now expected to be achieved within less than 2 years. This organization serves as a highly successful example of a public-private collaboration to expand broadband access into rural communities, while serving the corresponding needs of public safety institutions, healthcare, education, energy delivery, businesses, and local residents. This recipient also generated an additional $6.5 million in private investment within the community as a direct result of the Open Access Network. Please join me in congratulating our 2014 New York State Economic Leadership Award recipient, the Southern Tier Network. Marsha Weber and Steve Manning are going to be accepting the award. Our next category is for extraordinary broadband leadership. The Extraordinary Broadband Leadership Award is presented to an individual or company who has provided a major influence on the direction and success of broadband development in New York State. The recipient has dedicated their time and leadership abilities to establish successful practices which expand broadband infrastructure. Our 2014 recipient has been a leader in bringing internet connectivity to rural New York for more than 25 years. He was the creative workforce that grew Nickelville Telephone's local internet access provider from conventional dial-up to the fastest in the nation technology, and continues to lead technical and local market efforts today. His vision for broadband and his dedication to bring it to fruition in rural New York might be best exemplified by his company's pursuit and receipt of federal stimulus funding, as well as several New York State broadband grants, including our own Connect New York program. His mission is not just about offering a better service to compete with existing providers. In fact, more than 83% of the homes passed by this new infrastructure were previously unserved, and without the specific vision and efforts would continue to go unserved for the unforeseen future. This finalist's hands-on approach has been the keystone that bridges policy and adoption within each community. He's a recognized leader of local community, county, regional, state, and national levels. His leadership extends far beyond the North Country, and his impact on economic development at all levels, from villages and towns in the North Country to assisting other regions throughout the state, is a role that should be modeled on a national scale. He's been an advocate and champion for broadband in New York State, recently appointed to the New York State Broadband Task Force. He's been also a champion in my office's broadband efforts. Please join me in welcoming our 2014 New York State recipient, Mr. Phil Wagshaw. Phil is from Slick Network. As I mentioned earlier today, we had nearly 50, actually over 50 nominations, all worthy of receiving awards for the work they're doing and their impact on New York State. I'd like to recognize our broadband champion runners-up because we had so many close scores that we were looking at this that it would be just unfair probably not to award the ones we're going through now. So I want to recognize all of our true broadband champions. The individual and company scores these nominations received, like I said, we're so very close. So please join me in congratulating the following New York State Broadband Champion runner-ups: ECC Technologies, represented by Joe Starks and Andy. Okay, please come up to the stage and accept the trophy if we have either Joe or Andy here. Joe, right here. Both of you come on up, please. If Jim is in the house, he still owes Joe $10 apparently, so I just wanted to make that announcement from the bed earlier. The next runner-up is Finger Lakes Technologies Group. Will you please come up and accept your award? Third runner-up is the Development Authority of the North Country, Dank.
There you go.
The last runner-up is, in no particular order here, the Action Consortium. I know Jim is with us here today. Yes, please, runner-up. Jim Becker is going to be representing the Action Consortium with his team. Congratulations once again to all our award winners. Lastly, I want to recognize a select group of people whose efforts to expand broadband in New York State have exemplified extraordinary broadband leadership. When I talk about leadership, I'm going back years and years that we've been doing this, and they're consistently with us, supporting me personally, supporting our efforts, always a sounding board to advance the governor's goal for broadband connectivity. These people have been instrumental in advancing all of Governor Cuomo's broadband agenda. Their willingness and unwavering dedication to New York's continued success in promoting and expanding broadband goes unmatched. All of these people are demonstrated outstanding achievements within the broadband industry and are champions in our book. Please join me in recognizing New York State's 2014 Extraordinary Broadband Leaders, Joe Starks, ECC Technologies. Joe has left. Jessica Zufolo from the USDA. I know Jessica had to catch a flight, did she? Okay. Well, we also have an award for the entire USDA New York team, please, as well for being extraordinary leaders. Rob O'Hara, Rick Gordon, Chris Stewart, you come up and accept the award. Ann Mueller from Congressman Gibson's office. Bob Puckett. Bob's still with us today. Come on up, Bob. Bernie Margolis, our New York State librarian. Charlie Williams from Time Warner Cable. Dave Wolf from ADK Action. And Tom Camber from Oates. Thank you all. I also wanted to read a letter we received earlier from Governor Cuomo. We just received it from his office, and I wanted to take a few minutes just to read that on behalf of the governor. Dear friends, it's a pleasure to welcome you to the New York State's second annual Broadband Summit and Award Ceremony. Over the past 3 years, New York State has made tremendous progress in connecting New Yorkers and businesses to much-needed internet access. Fueled by the nation's largest funding commitment to expanding broadband infrastructure, we are improving the quality of life for countless New Yorkers while helping thousands of businesses expand their reach and strengthening our innovation economy. I applaud this year's award recipients on their leadership and well-deserved honors and thank everyone in attendance for their ongoing commitment and partnership. I look forward to building on our accomplishments in the months ahead. With warmest regards and best wishes for a great conference and much future success, sincerely, Andrew M. Cuomo. One more round of applause for our award recipients, please. This ends our summit, our last session of the day, and I just want to thank everyone for not only being here, but more importantly for all the discussions throughout the year. Had a lot of follow-up discussions. I know after this is what these type of events lead to, and that's what we're looking forward to. Please continue to partner with us, reach out to us. We will come to you and hold workshops in your areas. We'll continue to further our partnerships as we go along. And just a very, very big thank you on behalf of our entire office for you coming today and all your support. Also want to thank very quickly before we all leave my whole team, my entire staff, Angela Leota leading that effort, Caitlin McCann, Ruhi, Phil Rogers, and the entire ESD. I see Marissa in the back and all the banquet details. A big thank you to all of you. We couldn't have done it without you, so really appreciate it. Thank you. Safe travels on the way home, and we really appreciate everything you've done. You bet. Thank you.